Hello and welcome back to Adventure's Edge, Heroes of the Vale, episode 28.
28?
Wow.
28.
20.
Oh, wait. Is this 28? No, this is 28.
27.
No, we recorded. We've done 26 and 27. Nope. You're right. Episode 27. I should listen to my wife at all times.
Episode 20-something.
Just like life. Once you get past 25, it's all a blur. I was telling people my wrong age for a week.
Were you really?
Yeah, I just totally forgot how old I was.
Oh, yeah. That happens.
I do that sometimes too. Yeah. Oh, well, here we are. I guess we'll record a show. So do we want to do a recap? There was an inn, there were goblins,
And they paid the price.
They paid the price of admission.
We met some.
The goblins came seeking retribution because we freed the Nixie, and we said, no.
We gave them like 4 times to just go back home and live their lives. And now they get their next life.
I mean, to defend the goblins slightly, the retribution, wasn't probably specifically about the Nixie. It was like, you guys went to them because they took the Nixie, but then you also murdered some of them. So then they, there was a whole blood debt. So then they came to exact that, and then you murdered more of them.
But, they came to, the inn looking for a fight.
This is how blood feuds start, though, right? They just go on forever. Somebody does something to start it.
Yeah, right. His son's going to come back
And then
before
you
you know
just-
it.
No.
I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night and see a goblin face for my father.
You just kill each other back and forth until
we
there's
killed
no
the
one left.
son.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
remember the young ones that were talking in the cave that you were listening to? They're still alive.
Yeah, but they'll never know what happened.
Mm.
They'll never know what happened.
I think the most important part
Kill
of
the
last
whole
episode
bloodline.
is that canonically the chef is now named Gordon.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. He's going to become very famous. He doesn't know it yet.
Gordon is the true hero of the Vale.
He did.
I think what should happen is that the young goblins that were left behind are confused, and they come to town, and they're like, Has anyone seen our family? And the town people are like, no, but you can stay here with us if you'd like. And the town just adopts the young goblins, and they raise them up, and it becomes a whole like.
I thought that was going to go horrible.
I figured it was going to be, we're going to teach Big Head Ben how to get revenge, Adventurer's Vale style.
No, like we
His head is
start
huge.
a new chapter in human goblin relations.
Break the cycle.
That's right.
Or they'll come up to the village and they'll see all the goblin heads on spears. And they'll be like, oh, that's what happened.
Message received.
And they'll go somewhere else.
Well, there's some different ways.
So you're changing your name to the inn to Goblin Blood Inn.
I don't think that would be good for business.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
Okay.
We got applause from the inn people staying at the inn, I believe.
You did. So unless there's something that you would want to do in those moments right after combat, we could jump ahead 20, 30 minutes.
okay,
That's
yes,
fine.
let's do that.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
The adrenaline has worn off.
Adrenaline is worn off. So what I'm imagining would happen is, outside of that initial triage and getting people calmed down and assessing the situation, is that they would probably, check the goblins over. I will maybe make an assumption. Some people pat them down, but they'll probably have the goblins removed, taken out back.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a safe assumption.
Okay. So in case there was going to be, looting, I would not want to deprive you of the body looting. Do you want to just start with what you would find on them?
Yeah.
or-
Yeah, how about you give us the quick rundown on that?
Yeah, we'll pat them down. Good once over.
Okay, because Gravelbeak has a pretty nice great club. Like it's really, really well crafted. It's actually a bludgeon. So if you look on the rule list, like great clubs are bludgeons, but it is actually magical. It's a +1 bludgeon. I thought I had a nice picture of it somewhere here, but I'll see if I can find that as we talk, because I thought I added it to Roll20. He's also got a pretty sweet bone helm. It's like a really crafted sort of thing. I don't know if that's like Tommy might want that as a keepsake, since he seems to be collecting artifacts.
Souvenirs.
Bring back to the family.
Yeah.
That's what I got for you.
Yeah, if nobody wants the bone helm, it'll definitely go on my mantle.
So you said a great club, huh?
Yeah, if you're looking in the Adventure's Edge, it's called a bludgeon.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Yeah. It's a two-handed, clubby type thing. There is another magic item though, and this was actually on the little goblin, the big-headed goblin. And it is a neat-looking hat, of which someone technically has to make a spellcraft check on, since we do
I'll
these.
take a shot at it.
We find this on a large-headed goblin.
You do.
I mean, I think we need to give this to Ben.
It's a 18.
Certainly.
An 18. It is a hat of disguise.
We definitely have to give
Ooh.
this to Ben.
So perhaps you can put 2 and 2 together there, that you're pretty certain that Grabo was doing the Ben impersonation.
It's all coming together.
Not anymore.
Coming together in the end. So those are the only magical items. There were some other, they all had weapons. If you're looking for anything, there were a couple maces and some basic spears and a handful of daggers. Let me go ahead and check the chief, make sure there was nothing else on him. I thought that was all he had though.
Tell Gordon in the innkeep, Hal, just deck all the goblin weapons on the wall, just in case you need him again.
He actually, Gravelbeak was wearing a masterwork breastplate, so that is actually pretty nice. It's like finely crafted. You'd probably get a refit, but I don't know if that's something Tommy would want to put on, or if somebody else wants that.
We could just keep it. Instead of the bone helm, though, I'll leave at the end, so that way they'll have a nice little story.
Sure. He also had 2 potions of cure moderate wounds on him too.
Seems like he should have maybe used those.
Yeah,
He was a little bit distracted.
That's true.
Okay, and then the guy with the mace did have a masterwork chain shirt. Oh, there is actually one more magic item. And there is a +1 arming sword.
I don't think I can use any of these things.
Perhaps the hat of disguise. You could turn yourself into a pixie.
That's a very funny joke.
I mean, I can't wear really metal stuff and use, but I'll take the bludgeon just to have it, I guess, because it's a wood club, right?
It is.
Okay.
Well, we could just take it all with us.
Yeah.
Sell it or use it once we get it all resized.
Okay. All right. So the goblins get taken to the back. You guys do some cleaning up on that, and then there's some triage. There's a priest there. He does some healing on a few people that got hurt, and people kind of start settling down. Some people go back to their rooms, but eventually, it's just it's gossip night now. It's like everybody's just talking and just going on like what was that about? And of course, you guys are kind of like center stage. And
I thought we had already explained what was happening before.
well, you did.
We warned them.
At length.
At length.
Yeah. I'll retell the story with a little bit more of embellishment, of course.
Yeah, Tommy just rushed through it.
Yeah.
He left out, important details, I'm sure.
Buy me a drink and I'll tell you the story again.
I imagine right?
So
Couple.
Hal offers, drinks on the house and extends free rooms to all of you just for your heroics. And
sure. I mean, it's getting later in the day.
Yeah.
It's the same day as like
it's the same day. It has been a long day.
Very long day.
I mean, I don't know if you feel like you even have a need to go back to town now. I mean,
not really. I'm beat.
So the Graybeards definitely want to, like, hey, especially the old man Crimble. He specifically is interested in Trunk.
Oh boy, I love that. Oh look, there's a tree I have to go sit next to. I'll be right back.
So when you guys kind of come back in and you got all the various things, he will, you see him looking at you and he's like, calls out to you, Trunk. You there, big fella.
That's my name. What do you need?
I would like to have a few words with you. I haven't seen one of your kin here well, not since the war.
I mean, I'll just kind of gesture over to Zinnia. We don't really do war, so pretty much just kind of stick to home.
Well, he kind of scrunches his eyes and looks at you. I mean, your tribe, or I'm not sure where you hail from, but
we come from the Hollowwood.
The Hollowwood. Well, there was a clan of yours up in the hills. They fought in one of the last battles.
Realizing what he's starting to talk about, I kind of look back and forth between everybody else and go, nope, never been up there, but good to know. You have a great day. And I'll pat him on the head and start to try and walk away.
Well, you remind me, we served together. You don't know Ulfjorn Hallowson?
Nope, just the Hollowwood and relaxing. That's what we do.
Trunk lives with us.
Well, I saw you fight. I mean, it just took me back, and some of the other men are kind of nodding. He's like,
I hear memory gets a little bit odd when you get a few gray hairs in your beard. That's probably it.
You heard of the Battle of Somerset?
Nope, haven't read that one.
Yeah, that was where Sir Cuthbert Glenham, he led us out against the battle against the gnolls and those elves. That's the day he fell. But a clan of yours was there, led by Ulfjorn Hallowson.
I will kind of narrow eyes on him at this point. And I feel a little cast of Sadavace is going to sneak into as I'm speaking. And I'll just glare. I don't know what you're talking about, and neither do you. Leave me alone.
All right, he will just be puzzled. It was amazing.
I'll leave you to your tales, and I will storm out.
Okay. Were we all there to witness that?
I mean, yeah.
That was a bit awkward.
Can I hear more?
Of course. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend your friend.
Can I braid your beard while you talk?
The real reason she wants to know.
She's the best breeder you'll find.
I appreciate the offer, but I think Sir Cuthbert led us. It was one of the last companies from this area, the Forces of the Vale. We followed him to Somerset up in Gilmore. There was a few hundred of us, but Ulfjorn led his clan. It's about a dozen of them. I'll never forget that day. He was riding that horse, Morning Step, one of those Shire horses, with a spear crafted by Garfield himself. He led us into battle. He must have laid hundreds low before he went down under a hail of arrows and spears. But Glenham died. That's when we lost our Earl.
Oh.
Even though we won the day.
How long ago was that?
That was 18 years ago.
Oh. So those names don't mean anything to me at all.
Yeah, most of the clan didn't make it, but they fought and fought. They were like, I don't even know, gods on the field. Halid and Erlu, Gest, Sigbrand, Merkorka, Gerd Grimdottir. Each of them laid hundreds low alone.
So, yeah, Trunk doesn't know anything about all of that because he has lived with us in the Hollowwood for, I don't know, I think his whole life.
There's something familiar about him, but that ferocity, it just brought it all back. It was a hard day. Well,
but you made it.
many of us did, but most of us didn't.
What was the battle over?
Well, that was the battle for Gilmore, when those unrooted elves invaded from the west, stormed through with the army of gnolls. They say they had a fleet of 500 black-sailed ships lined up along the coast, took the capital and spread like a disease through the country. We rallied, all the people did, as best we could. It waged on for months. Forces from Lioness and pretty much all the earls rallied. Eventually even the dwarves, too. He kind of looks at you. But they came late.
Yeah, we're a little bit slow sometimes, but we're good warriors. Yeah, I'm sorry for the loss of your brothers and sisters, but you did good deeds to save your world. I remember vaguely my elders talking about that, and they seemed to be very touched by the loss and the pure evil that came upon your shores.
It was evil, and still so many questions.
Yes, we do have many as ourselves. So you say that you recognize Trollords. Maybe it's just the memories of his kind and the way he fought, and maybe that brought some memories up that you're having a bit of a cloudiness with it. Or you're saying that you recognize him.
That's hard to say. Been a long time. But that ferocity.
From our viewpoint, did it look like Trunk was being evasive? Like, obviously not want to talk about it, but like he was, I don't know what you're talking about, like he was actually being honest?
Like he knew what he was talking about, just didn't want anybody else to talk about it.
Yes.
I don't know. I think he should answer that.
Well, he's not here right now.
He's off.
Are you asking that in character?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were
No, I'm asking more of like just my perception of what happened. Did it look like, I mean, I don't know Trunk well, but I know maybe well enough to know like when he's being like not honest, or at least something's different. I should say, not necessarily that he's lying or anything like that. He certainly reacted like something got to him.
I mean,
I would say I certainly have never acted this way before.
Right.
yeah. I think it was, he didn't want to talk about that.
Okay.
He didn't want to be associated with that.
Okay.
That seems fair.
Okay.
Well,
maybe you should go talk to Trunk and see if he's okay.
Oh, okay.
You know him best. He seemed a bit upset.
Oh,
I've never
okay.
seen him like that. Unless you don't think it's a very good idea.
Well, I thought maybe he just wanted some time alone.
Oh.
But I can go check on him.
Just to make sure he's okay.
I was just trying to braid this man's beard.
Yeah.
I feel like he's kind of against that idea.
Yeah. Some people just don't know. And, until they experience it, it's just a hard bridge to cross.
I think it would look really nice.
I agree. I agree with you 100%.
Don't disagree with you at all. But I feel like as a salesman, once you get the second no, it's just kind of, you shouldn't pursue it.
There's only so much objection you can overcome.
Okay.
Clearly, these beard braid haters can't be trusted, and we should just all leave.
I mean, I'm asking, though.
Yes.
I didn't just start braiding.
And that's very, very nice of you.
Okay.
But he said no, so we can't braid his beard.
It would be funny if we got him drunk, though, and then he went and braided his beard when he was passed out.
No, that would not be okay.
That's not good.
That would not be okay.
put that out in the universe.
Yeah, no.
Oh, it just went out to the universe.
That'd be
yeah.
something a pixie would do.
That would
Yeah,
be.
you're right.
That
You're
would
right.
be.
I wouldn't want to offend.
There's no braiding without consent.
Okay, we're clear.
Okay.
We are clear.
Okay,
100%. Kristen.
All right. I will go check on Trunk and see if he wants to talk or not, because I don't. Yeah, I will go.
Yeah, more. Yes, please.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
And
more
they'll keep buying rounds and sharing tales, and you can learn a lot about the area and the people and more stories. But so Zene, you
Yeah.
go.
Find Trunk.
Assuming I don't know if I sound like he went out front. So
Yeah, I'm just like out the front door by the large tree
Yeah,
that was out there.
I would assume I would find him by a tree.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
his happy place.
He's just kind of sitting back against it, eyes closed, muttering to himself in Pythian, the Fey tongue.
I will speak in Pythian as well and ask
Okay.
if he is okay.
He'll take a breath, look. He says, "I don't know." He sighs. "I'm one of you.
You-
I'm Fey. I'm not anything else."
So, I know you don't remember anything else, but being Fae,
You will see his eyes twitch at that a bit.
but you must have noticed that you are unlike any of the other Fae.
There are a lot of Fey in the Hollowwood that look very different from everyone else. That's part of what we are.
But all of the other Fae are similar to
I'm Fey.
You have lived with the Fae for a very long time. This is very true, and we consider you part of our family.
Then that's all that's important.
That is the most important thing, but that is not the only important thing.
He just kind of settles into himself a bit more. You can tell he's getting more withdrawn about it.
Okay. Do you want to sit by yourself for a while? Or do you want company?
There's a long pause. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I will just sit up here in the tree branch until you decide.
He'll nod. Sit
Oh.
against the tree.
Okay. Then Zinnia will go make herself comfortable on a tree branch.
Okay. All right. Well, inside, you make yourselves comfortable.
We're singing some good old, some.
And that was
See
the
some-
last time I talked to Garrickson, who lives down the road.
I would call that you were being very peaceful of the situation.
That's what I said, but my knuckles hurt the next day.
I don't know how the three-legged pig comes into the story, but that was a good one.
I mean, I gotta be honest. If you see a three-legged pig, it's got to get in the
It's
story a bit.
It's true. So
I mean, how does he even stand up? He was so big.
I don't know.
We called him Tripod.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you had light bacon when you ate him.
No. Well, I don't know.
That was
He was delicious, so
Yeah.
I will say that.
3 eggs or 4. It's still a good.
He was
side of
missing
bacon.
one ham, though. Because he was, yeah.
3.
Sorry.
So
And that sums that up.
what's next for you, Tommy? You're gonna come with us on our adventures? Are we? I've got a bit of a secret that I've been holding from everybody.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
I found Numeros's journal.
Oh?
Yeah, he had some stuff, and turns out he was not here at all in Raven Rock for building. Well, he was, but he had a whole other secret mission from the Earth Elders, and I don't know if I should take up the mantle or not. He was trying to find some great hammer that was supposed to save the world, and there's other people coming, and now the talk about war just brings that up. And he was a follower of the that fire god that we found.
You mean like the one we found in the mansion?
Yep. He
What was the name of
Zakad.
Cod?
Zakad.
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 Yeah.
I thought Cod.
This
I was like,
ring.
oh, that's weird.
The ring that we found in the book. And
Was he from that mansion?
I can't think straight right now.
Well,
Some
it's
pretty
all the
strong,
ale. Yeah.
But I know that I don't know. I feel I don't know what to do, Tommy. I don't know if I should follow this and look for this, or I should go back to the Earth Elders and just keep building, or I'm just confused.
Well, in my experience, most decisions, when you're trying to think of them while you're drinking, it gives you the clarity to know what's
true.
right.
It's true.
So
bar
I'd say go with your gut.
Yeah. Or what's the other? What's the barkeep's name again? Or the
Hal.
Hal? Another round.
Yeah, they're keeping him coming.
Yeah.
After the night.
This is the best ale you'll have.
Well, I mean, my family owns a tavern, right?
Oh, no offense. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to.
Does your mother water down the mead?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She's into profit. So
You're thinking they should start serving this old Savoy, though.
Well, when I get back to Raven Rock, I think I might have to tell her. So
You would make a good mayor.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I thought maybe just there's an outside sense because I want to be able to help everyone in my hometown, and I can't do that doing this.
I understand.
And there's so many things that we could improve. Like we got some wells to fix.
Yes.
I don't know how that got broken, but
Yeah. Well, both of you, and he points at what looks like two of Tommy's, both of you would both be great at leading that town.
that's what
Either
I
of you.
think.
I'd vote for both of you.
Well, I appreciate it. You don't get 2 votes, but we'll just take half each. How about that?
Deal. And we cheers, clink it,
Yep.
and drink it.
And yep.
Well, you learn a variety of things. We won't spend an hour role playing the entire night of
Sorry.
drunken revelry.
Could.
But I mean, Kremble and company. I mean, they'll tell you all about people and places and things. So you learn things about the region you didn't know ahead of time.
Sure.
There was a couple things that I had wanted to come up in the conversation because they were points of interest. Because he had mentioned the Shire horses, which are these really large horses.
Yeah.
And you find out that the Hansons, George and Eileen, actually still have a few of those that they have bred
Sure.
specifically for larger people.
Okay.
So that is it is a point of information. That is all. Garfield doesn't make weapons anymore. He's the town blacksmith in David's Rest.
Oh.
But somebody goes on about the spear that he had made that was wielded in battle and that he used to make the most amazing weapons. Just information. I had mentioned that there was another priest there.
Yes.
Yeah. So you would probably end up talking to him a little bit. He's a priest of Tobris.
Oh, blessed be.
He's from the monastery of the Guiding Word, which is there's an actual monastery in the Vale. And it's a monastery of illuminators. They illuminate books.
Oh.
So Emmanuel Mullins is his name. And he once he finds you're a fellow worshiper of Tobris, he'd encourage you to just come visit the monastery sometime. And he says they have a lot of old books there.
I do have my adventure pack with me. And I pulled out the book that we found at the monastery, at the temple.
Oh.
I mean, this looks pretty fancy. I've perused it a bit.
That's actually pretty cool. He will actually, he'll want to take that over and open it up and will admire the beauty and the illumination that is in that book. So these look like the best of the work that we do, but you can tell it's a dwarven innate nature just by the style, it's an older style.
When do you think this was written?
Well, this is not, written. This is obviously a copy.
Sure.
Probably many of these were made, but he will actually kind of mutter a few spells and examine it and say, "Oh, it's probably 200 years old, well preserved."
Is there a major event that they say pre and post to kind of guide their, obviously at BC, AD, kind of where they set that, or is it dated from, like, when we live in a date here? Not to get too much into it, but is it from a certain time, like years, or like 2023 kind of idea?
I mean, there's a calendar, but there's not like a. So there are dates.
Mm-hmm.
So they pretty much use the dwarven calendar. Everybody in Westerness uses the
best
dwarven
calendar there is.
I mean, it really is. So all of the people that migrated from Cthon, all the humans, adopted a lot of the dwarven stuff. So, and the dwarves just count from their calendar the time since they left the first halls.
Okay. Well, if you can get any insight from this book, it would be helpful. I guess we found it, and there was this door that went down, and I just don't know if I've got a lot of questions, and perhaps your monastery would have some answers.
Well, we very well may. Yeah, bring your book. Come see us.
Perhaps I shall.
So there was a lot of conversation opportunities here, and there was one more little thing that, and I don't want to totally leave Zinni and Trunk out of everything. So I don't know how long Trunk, as the night wears on, are you imagining?
So he would kind of finish his prayer a little bit, to whoever you are. He kind of glances at the divine markings on his arm. Says, whether you are the sun, laughing lady, the wisdom of the forest itself, I know I'm one of you. My family, my home is with the Fae. Help me find the Summerlands. Help me find whatever is supposed to be my home. And he'll eventually kind of decide maybe it's time to tell people, and he'll kind of glance up to Zinnia, stand up, pat his shoulder as a place to sit, and he'll wander back into the inn, making sure not to go near certain nosy graybeards.
Well, things eventually kind of settle down.
Old people go to bed soon, right?
They eventually disperse, and probably after 2 to 3 hours, most people have gone to their rooms or whatever, and there's just a couple people left. The 4 dwarfs are still quietly, talking over there on their area, and I don't know. You guys were probably waiting for.
Yeah, I mean, we're still singing river shanties.
Mm-hmm.
Not sea shanties.
Yeah.
That scares the bejesus out of me.
Yeah, the river shanties are like sea shanties, but they're much smaller.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a line or two.
Just a line or two. I like that. Yeah.
A rapid pace.
They wander more than.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So eventually, as you guys come back, so Trunk's going to come back in with Zinnia. Because there's probably only a small handful of people, including one thin cloaked figure, has still sitting over there by the door.
The ninja table archer?
Oh, yeah, I suppose we should probably thank
Yes, the ninja table archer.
That's
I like
different.
that.
We go an ending and then starting the new episode a week later. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they didn't really make a scene.
They didn't introduce
they actually
themselves.
really good job of just vanishing in the hubbub. So, all right. So, Trunk, you come back in, you see things things are quiet. Looks like they're cleaning up. There's people kind of whispering, and except for the little river shanty crew.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Oh my.
You are welcome. That is free to anybody who wants it.
I am so speechless right now.
Wow.
Trunk and Zinnia just turn around and leave.
Yep, we're like,
Time to find a new adventuring group.
Okay.
This one is broken.
See, I was thinking rolling on the river, but he was like,
down the river.
yeah, no, we're
Big River, Johnny Cash.
Anyway.
okay.
Moon River.
Moon River, yeah.
All right, let's move on. So, are we going to talk to the, what did you call them? The
ninja table archer, I believe.
The ninja table archer.
I mean, you could. I mean, Trunk seemed like he had a purpose, but so you come in and
Get just easily distracted.
He loves to leave his purposes until very until the chance to avoid them. So,
Oh.
but like, is our ninja friend glancing at us in a "I want to talk to you" kind of way?
That's an interesting question. He or she is just sitting quietly, nursing a drink with like their hood up, and there's a longbow or a composite bow sitting next to them. So they're just, I don't know, maybe unreadable.
Well, if Trunk drew Zinnia's attention to the ninja table archer in any way, shape, or form, then Zinnia is going to want to talk to them.
Okay.
So if Trunk commented or like, oh, there's that person that helped us, or even like gave a longer than usual glance.
I think that the latter is probably likely. I probably came in, I'm like thinking, okay, how am I going to tell people about something? And then I glance at Ninja Friend and maybe like half a second too long. And Zinnia's like, oh.
Yeah. Then I'd be like, oh yeah, there's that person. They helped us. And then I'll want to be like talking to them.
Okay.
For
So
once, Trunk is like, yes, random discussion. Let's do that.
So you go flying over where they're sitting,
Yes.
which was like literally, I wasn't even looking at the map. I don't know if you guys have been looking at it.
I'm looking at it right now.
Because that person was like originally just sitting down here by the door, and that's where they went back to.
Okay.
They were there. There's kind of by themselves.
Trunk, are you coming too?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
They
You
look up.
were the person that was helping to shoot all the goblins, yes?
I am.
You're very good with that bow.
She kind of leans back and pulls her hood off, and you see kind of an aquiline face with upswept ears and long braided blonde hair behind her.
Already braided. Sorry.
Already bladed.
Maybe it needs flowers.
Perhaps it does. Give me a knowledge local.
Probably not very good.
Trunk appropriately rolled a 1.
12.
You've never seen anybody like this before.
Ooh, but you have ears kind of like mine. Those are pretty ears.
Thank you.
Are you Fae?
No, I am an elf.
An elf? What's an elf? Do I know what an elf is? I think I've heard of an elf.
I think you would have heard of an elf.
I don't think I've ever met an elf.
Yeah, none of them have ever come and graced the Fey Woods that you know of.
Oh. How come I've never met an elf before? Is that why you're good with a bow?
I'm good with the bow because I've spent many, many years practicing.
Ooh, how many years?
Decades?
Decades. How long is a decade?
She was just going to give you this small smile. You really are adorable.
Yes, I am. So how long is a decade?
10 years?
10 years. I'm not really very time aware.
I have heard of such.
So, why are you here? This is human place.
This is where humans live. It doesn't make it their place.
Oh, what does that mean?
That is a complex question. I am here to investigate.
Oh, what are you investigating? We've been investigating things too. Are we investigating the same things?
Doubtful?
Okay, well, what are you investigating? Your braids are really pretty. Do you need flowers in them? There's lots of flowers in the yard. I could go fetch you some, but tell me what you're investigating first.
The comings and goings of human activities.
I find human activities very odd too, and I really don't understand why they do things or how they do things, and it doesn't seem like they have a lot of structure, and it's very, very aggravating. Like I don't understand who's in charge or how they decide to do things, and it's really dumb, and I hate that. I almost said I hate them. I don't think I hate them, but I hate how they do things.
They are unfathomable sometimes for such short-lived beings.
Yes.
So the River Shanty crew, maybe that's settled down. You probably have observed.
I heard her shout across the room not shout on purpose, but elf. That perked my ear up. The good one. And I looked over there. I'm just watching her talk
Okay.
to this elf. 'Cause she's got her cloak down, right?
I've gathered a small crowd of people, and I'm kind of pretty pretty deep into the drink at this point, and I'm giving everybody a Ric Flair, like where he goes like this, and then I'm going to start my my semi-lucid, semi-drunken speech for mayor. So all the things that I would change, and in my platform and things like that.
Okay, so you're practicing that.
Yep.
Trunk,
Okay.
Trunk, are you going to join Zinnia then, since she beelined over there?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I walked over there with her, but
Okay.
I know how Zinnia conversations go, and I'm just going to listen until it's over.
I will slowly, like nodding at Tommy in his speech, gonna go, like slowly walk over to them.
Starting to be
Good.
curious because it sounds like Tommy's trying to become the mayor of David's Rest.
He's just trying to become the mayor of somewhere.
So, so the comings and goings of humans, but for what purpose? Like, what are you trying to figure out, or what are you trying to do, and why? And are there more of you?
There are many more of us. It is my duty as a trail warden to
Ooh,
He'll do that. Just keep talking.
watch and observe.
okay. What's a travel warden?
Trail
Trail
warden.
Trail warden.
She's updating her journal.
Okay, what's a trail warden? That sounds like fun.
We are those that leave the forests and keep tabs on the activities of the other folk.
I left the forest too. Does that mean I'm a trail warden?
Just the yes.
Perhaps you could be.
Oh, I kind of want to be a trail warden. How do I become a trail warden? Wait. Don't tell me yet. Okay, so you're keeping tabs on things, but you said you're investigating. So are you investigating something specific? Is it a secret?
For now it is.
Oh, I love secrets. Tell me a secret. I know. You tell me a secret. I'll tell you a secret.
But then it wouldn't be a secret anymore, would it?
It would still be a secret if we promised to keep it for one another.
I'm not so sure that's how secrets really work.
Well, I'm sure that other people know the secret you would tell me, and other people know the secret I would tell you.
Yes.
So
sure.
then what's the difference?
See, the greatest joy of a secret is when everybody tells everybody their secrets, so everyone knows everyone's secrets, and then everybody's in on the fun.
Perhaps you tell me one first,
Well, how do I know that you would tell me?
because I will give you my word. I will tell you a secret.
Are elves known for keeping their words?
We believe so.
The dwarf has such a look on his face.
Will you pinky promise?
She will hold up her hand.
Okay, then we will pinky promise.
Very well.
Okay. I helped convince a talking fish to move downstream.
Is that a secret?
Well, only a few people know about it right now.
I knew the man who made that fish talk.
You knew David?
I did.
Is that a secret?
Well, it's a secret that I knew him. I've been watching this valley for
That's a very long time.
a very long time.
How old are you?
Yes.
That's not an answer.
How old are you?
I don't know.
Time gets lost.
Oh. But you understand time. I don't understand time.
It still gets lost. The longer you're here.
I don't feel like you have enlightened me at all.
Oh, this is so good. It's just good times.
What's your name?
I'm Shael.
Shael?
Shael. That face, like.
I don't like your name. Let's change that.
Is that how elves are normally named?
Wow.
You have no idea.
I don't think I understand the question.
I don't know. I just thought maybe I shouldn't say that part out loud.
A filter. What?
Which is fairy for your name sucks.
So am I just watching it from when I get closer, just her kind of zipping back and forth, like going to one side of the face, going to the other side of the face, asking the question, and then go.
So have you been like nudging across the floor?
Yeah. I do have some advantages to drinking, being poisoned. I'm guessing this is what's happening to me right now, my body. But yeah, I'm slowly kind of, I'm bringing my drink over, and I'm making what as straight as a line as I can over to them talking.
So
and the elf, like when she said that perked me up, and I just kind of left that group.
And it's 2 fish for every house and 1 ale. Who's with me? And I'm trying to get, yeah.
All right, so you've drifted out of Tommy's orbit, and you can pull up a chair next to.
He's got my photo already. So.
And Truck is standing there stoically.
Yeah, and I'm just watching her interrogate this stranger.
So she will turn and look at you and nod.
I kind of thought that workmanship with a bow was a little bit more special than just a standard human.
Well, you acquitted yourself well for a dwarf.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll take that from a compliment from an elf. You're a bit out of place once you put that hood down.
Only because you noticed me.
Yes. Thank you, I guess. So what did you find out, Zinnia? Who is our friend?
Actually not a whole lot. Her name's Shayelle.
Mm-hmm.
I roll my eyes.
That tracks. That tracks.
And she's a trail warden.
Oh, she's a game warden.
Trail
So
warden.
she's like a park ranger.
And she's on a secret mission.
Oh. Did she tell you any good secrets?
No.
I almost got you. I don't know how good she is, Zinnia's with secrets. I'd watch her.
I didn't say.
Yeah, I know. It was a test and you passed. Flying colors. So what you were investigating things in this area. Interesting. Pray tell, what would you be investigating? From one adventure to another. You know you can trust a dwarf.
Can I?
Kind of. But I mean, we're all here having fun, celebrating a great victory, ridding this inn of goblins. And I know you don't probably partake of this ale, but do you want one?
She has a mug of something.
Yeah, probably brandy or something like that, something fancy.
Trunk is just learning that there's a thing called racism.
Yeah,
and it's uncomfortable.
And it's alive and well.
It's predisposed. Well, so you're here investigating, and we were curious what it was. That's all it is. If you don't want to tell me, that's fine. I understand.
I'm reluctant to give too many details to people I don't really know. But let's just say things are happening in the human world. Powers are shifting, and I have to keep track of things lest conflict breaks out.
So, who sent you? Can you tell me that?
Well, I wasn't sent. This is
what you do.
This is what I do.
Ooh. Who do you report to? Ah.
My home is in the Wordwood.
The Wordwood.
She will not say this aloud, but that's WYRD.
She spells it for the word.
Interesting. Yes.
And Zinnia probably doesn't know where that is either.
So are we in grave danger?
You
said things are happening in this human world that you come to look at and investigate. Are we in danger?
I am sure someone may be in danger.
But not us.
It depends if you're putting yourselves in the line of fire.
Well, you saw it already in firsthand. We like to we like to poke the hornet's nest.
So, your group, are you freelancers?
Kind of, yeah. We were brought together by a sick child, and I guess we didn't even think about how we really got here, but...
My friend.
Yeah. And Tommy's sister there, she got sick, so we were sent out on a mission. I guess we just have a set of skills.
A certain set of skills.
We have no money.
I don't really need money.
Well, that's good to know.
And I'm Daerun. Daerun Stonebreaker.
I'm Shale Holapator.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Yes.
Shale.
Shale falafel.
Like the rock.
No, spelled differently. Shale.
Shale.
Two syllables.
You're having me try to pronounce the drunk door. Shale. Maybe I can help you with this whole shale thing.
Shale.
Shale.
Halabrickator.
Shale.
Holapator.
Holapator.
Halibator.
Halibut.
Tour. Like a tour of a fish.
I'll just clear my throat. I think we just wanted to thank you for helping us. If you would like to have some quiet, we can certainly go and let you do that.
It was a pleasure meeting all of you. And thank you for your service tonight.
No, thank you. If you want to talk a little bit more about things in the area, we can maybe be of service with some answers if you have any questions. Perhaps tomorrow morning, late morning, we can have a discussion if you're still around.
And you're from Raven Rock?
I'm from Raven Rock. We all are working from Raven Rock. These two are from the Hollowwoods.
Near Raven Rock.
Yes.
Let me know if you want a fancier braid.
I may come and seek you out for that, Zinnia.
Okay.
At this point,
And then we
Tommy
can share more secrets. Oh,
would have identified that he's been talking to strangers.
Yeah, it's like
And-
the two bards,
Yeah.
and then there's this couple from Crosby, Samuel
who
and
have
Annabelle.
wanted me to shut up for about the entire time I've been
They're
talking.
on their honeymoon, and the guy's like apparently enraptured by it, and you can see she's been tugging at him for like
Yeah.
the last hour.
You've been trying to get votes for mayorhood in David's Rest to a bunch of people who don't live here.
Yeah. And so I'll look around. I'm gonna see Daerun and realize I lost my drinking buddy. So I'm gonna walk over and physically pick him up off the ground and carry him back over to where I am. But I got to do it like a fireman's carry. So I can support the weight, because I'm guessing he's probably got some weight on me.
I'm not light, but I'm not heavy.
Yeah.
So Tommy comes up behind you, Daru, and is like staggering, and apparently has decided he wants to wrestle you.
Oh.
No. Picking him up and taking him over to where I was, so I have a drinking buddy.
So am I just talking to her at this point? Just having somewhat of a maybe completely colluded, just completely out of. I don't remember this, so tomorrow morning I'll have to be reminded.
Well, she will actually stand, kind of nod, and then nod to all of you, and then slip out the door.
Oh, bye.
Just like,
I'll turn around and see you're trying to pick me up.
Mm-hmm.
Say, "Oh, hey, have you met Shale?" And I'll turn around and she's gone.
Well, you've been drinking a lot more than me.
There was someone here.
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
absolutely
Zinnia,
believe
there was
you.
someone here, yeah?
Yeah, Shale.
Shale.
She's
Shale.
Shale.
Halibut.
Halibut.
We're halibut on
Halibut tour.
Halibut tour.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's go drink more.
Yes. I am
Trunk is
getting
tempted
thirsty.
to cast spells that will detoxify everyone.
yeah.
I do need to. I'll just start. That means I can drink more.
That would be great.
I do need to relieve myself.
Do you have sleep spell?
I do have a dwarf bladder, after all.
I mean, I can clunk them on the head. That usually does the job.
Don't worry. I'm drinking liquid sleep spell.
Yes,
Okay.
liquid sleep. Just around the river bend. Come on, let's go.
So I imagine this goes on for a little bit.
Yeah. So, Trunk, do you want to save your conversation for the morning?
I'm sorry.
I know,
we're not sober.
Honestly, I think he's mixed, because on one hand, unburdening self with truth is helpful, but it would be nice if people remember that. On the other hand, if people forget it all,
You got it out.
then I have the optional take back.
Okay, but Zinnia is not drunk.
He's very aware of that.
Zinnia's good at keeping secrets.
Zinnia's good. Yes. Fairies are great secret keepers. The best.
If it looks like they're going to maintain consciousness for at least another 20 minutes, then he'll probably sit people down and talk.
After I relieve myself, I think I'll have my second win.
Yeah, because Tommy, once you kind of turn back, the people you were talking to also seem to have dispersed. And it seems like you guys are
They were
closing
quickly dispersed.
closing the place down.
They got out of there as fast as
Well,
they could.
I think this is it for me.
I'm not sure they're going to vote for you.
Were you trying to gerrymander
Vote
them?
for me for what?
Never mind.
All right. Well, that was a nice fight.
I mean, in the fact that none of us got horribly injured and nobody else did either, yes.
That's the key. None of us got hurt.
Until now, with what you are doing to yourself.
Ooh. That is really good ale.
So Dayrun comes back.
I feel refreshed.
You do.
Gonna try like perhaps if he's got like some very fatty salted meat or something, because I gotta get that protein, because I have a feeling tomorrow morning is gonna be a bit rough.
It'll be fine.
So Trunk looks pensive.
A little bit, but he'll just say. So, I mean, kind of glance over in the direction of where the Greybeards had been before. You may have noticed, perhaps as subtle as it was, there was a question of where I came from at some point today.
Yeah, I saw that reaction.
Yeah, it seemed not like you.
Well, a long time ago, the Fae found me at the Heart Tree, and it was pretty easily assumed, because even amongst the Fae, the Heart Tree is a rather mysterious thing, and the Fae don't really tread there often. Given my markings, given my connection with Fae magic, it was sort of assumed that maybe I was born from the tree. And that has always kind of been a comfortable little thing to believe, but there's distant but little tiny bits of memory of before that. I don't really know anyone, but I know that for some time, a short amount of time, I was with other people who look more like me. That's really all I know of it. It's just that I ended up at 3. I don't know how the markings came. The cleric in the other town believed that Isana, some kind of chaos god, chose me. I don't really know the answers to any of that, but whether it was the Laughing Lady, the forest, I know that I was only brought to the Fae, and maybe am not as much part of them as I hope I am, but especially after leaving, I look at Zinnia. There is a legend of the Summerlands, where Fae, they're through home. They are here. We don't really know why, but some little part of all Fae misses that real home. So I'm looking for it. And maybe when I find it, I think maybe little tiny part of me kind of looks down, embarrassed about it. Maybe I'll be invited to be there too. And just kind of mutter. And the reminders that I'm not as much Fae as I feel I am. Kind of grip his spear. Let it go.
Well, it sounds like the Fae have accepted you, so that's a start. But perhaps the Greybeards were onto something?
I do not care what the Greybeards say. None of that matters to me.
Well, I mean, you are who you choose to be, Trunk. So, if you say that you're Fae to me. And anything I can do to help you find this Summerlands, you just let old Tommy know, and we'll maybe tomorrow we'll go out and find this Summerlands.
You could probably use a nap. That's.
Yo, I'm usually much better at this.
So can I ask about these markings? You just always remembered to having these.
I think so. I'm looking to Don double check. I don't have any memories of not having them. Like,
Is this, are they like tribal markings? They're not something a troll would be born with, correct? That we know, or is that?
Not that you know of.
Okay.
they're kind of vine-like scars
Yeah.
that go all along my arms.
I mean, I guess I was assuming that you were born with them, but if you don't,
Trunk doesn't know.
Yeah, there's a little
Yeah.
cloudiness. So who is this goddess of chaos? What was her name?
Isana.
Do we
Yeah,
know?
that's the one.
Asana.
yeah, she's one of the pentacle.
Okay. What's her reputation?
Imagine the chaos gods.
Yeah,
Got
well,
kind of a
I
very
know,
laughing
but-
lady.
Chaos
The
doesn't always mean evil.
No, not
No,
evil.
no.
Just laughing lady, goddess of chaos, trickster.
Okay.
I mean,
If you listen to our Tell Us More episode on the divinity, you'd know a lot about her.
Loki.
You know what? That's not a bad comparison.
what?
Loki.
Loki.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Yeah. Yeah, not evil, but just likes a good joke.
Okay.
Well, but
Thanks for sharing with us. We appreciate that. You don't need me to be ashamed of anything.
Yeah, it had to be hard. You don't.
But I did notice that
appreciate
you were a little bit more swift with killing people than someone from the Fey Forest, no offense, would be with a spear, or a lance. So that was certainly brought up some questions in my own mind.
I mean,
You were a quick study, or there's some,
I mostly just, I'm a large guy, so that is easier, but I'm generally not particularly quick to kill unless they are invading home, disrupting people's lives.
so I think it's okay, Trunk, to be more than one thing.
Kind of give you a,
Mhm.
I don't like that you make a good point look, and I'm more comfortable sticking with what I think I want to believe, but he'll kind of quietly nod.
That's all.
we're all trying to find out who we really are.
I have to go to sleep.
I second that.
I am so sorry, but I do not feel well. I must have caught something in the goblin cave.
All right.
Uh,
So shall we retire now?
It sounds like that's what's happening.
You'd be happy to know I did not urinate in the rose bushes tonight, and that should put me up another level just for that.
I'll reach over as Tommy's like getting ready to find a bed, and I'll give him a calming touch, which will remove a sickened condition just to help him find
Oh, nice.
more comfy.
So now I just have the sweats.
I mean, I can't fix everything. You did to
That's
yourself.
okay. I did
Like
it
a
to
little
myself.
bubble gut.
Sad
All
thing
right.
is, I could have made him no longer fatigued. So he'd be like, "Oh, let's drink more."
Oh, yeah, that would be terrible.
He'll need that in the morning.
We've got it that the bartender is no longer around. Hal's
Yeah.
no longer there, so we get the gist.
All right. Well, you make your way to your rooms or wherever else you're thinking that you're going to rest for the
a
night.
good comfy bed.
Yeah.
I'm sure their beds are very comfortable.
I'm gonna go right back to that comfy tree.
Okay. And you get some well-deserved rest. You've been doing heroics for some time now, and the night passes.
It's a 19 on my fortitude save.
Yeah, and you wake up in various states of recovery. And Tommy, you're apparently feeling surprisingly well.
Well, it's not my first rodeo.
Do I need to make one too?
Sure, why
I get
not?
a +2 to my poison. Unnatural 20.
Oh, well, you guys are holding your own.
Well, that's not even. That's just my roll. So, and with my +2, so it's like in 25 or something. So,
Okay.
yeah, I do my yoga
Is that
in the morning, and
dwarven?
it really puts. What's that?
It's that dwarven constitution.
Yeah, I get a
Just like-
+2 against being poisoned, and I just assumed that was what's happening to my body. So, that's kind of the gist of it. But, and then, yeah, my fortitude save is pretty crazy. So yeah, that would be a 26.
Wow. Okay.
Yep, my morning yoga.
You could do this all day.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you get a light breakfast, get yourselves cleaned up, say whatever you need to say to I mean, there's not a lot. I mean, there's some breakfast activity, but a lot of people you were talking to last night haven't materialized.
Sure. We get out of here before we get the shamed look.
Yeah. You recover your horses, and you can head on your way now.
Yep. We got to stop by the head lady's farm. And,
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was pretty much was your last stop.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you just ride down to the Cogs farm
Mm-hmm.
and go up to her farmhouse. And
As we approach, critical question now. The hat.
It's going to Big Head Ben.
I agree.
Really?
Oh,
yeah. He took a lot of guff for grabos.
I don't want to give a magical hat to the kid.
He's going to lose it like in 3 days.
You
Yeah.
know, but
come on. Think about yourself. If you, a youngster,
Yes.
are given this cool, non-threatening magical token as a child, you are going to grab hold of that for the rest of your life. The most meaningful treasure ever given to you.
yeah, I agree with Trunk on this one.
And then you're going to start creating havoc of your own.
Isn't that exactly what he totally deserves to do?
No.
Yes.
That's a terrible idea.
Okay, but I'm hearing Rochelle speak.
Yes. Yes.
What does Zinnia think?
Zinnia says she wants the hat.
Okay.
That's what Zinnia
It
says.
fits.
It's
It'll
magical.
Fit, right. You'd put it on the top of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can do that with your own magic too.
No.
Little Ben.
So disguise self, is that like you can change different sizes, or is it like a limit on sizes?
there's a limit.
Yeah.
But I could go one size up.
Oh, yeah?
So you could be like halfling sized.
I could be small.
Yeah.
Like for real, or you just look that way?
I just look that
Just
way.
look that
Okay,
way.
well then it's not going to matter.
Yes, it does. Let me blend in a little bit more sometimes.
I am not going to say that, hey, magical items that might be of use to us should just be given away, but I think the little dude deserves it.
So, out of character, magical items seem to be fairly rare in this world, and giving a magical item randomly away that's probably worth more than the frickin' reward is not okay. No.
I'm here for story. I don't care about reward.
I just feel like this kid's going to lose it. Like in a week, he'll say, I don't know where the hat went.
You have never imagined being a 5-year-old with a cool magical hat. That kid would never lose
I was a
it.
5-year-old who had imagination. So, yeah, I can imagine that. But
Well,
I also imagined I would have lost it in a week.
I don't want
because
to be the deciding.
I lost a toy.
Y'all figure it out.
I say, if Zinnia wants it, she earned it.
Well, Zinnia will.
Can we just buy him in like an adult-sized stocking cap or something?
I think that's different.
Zinnia will legit.
I'll give him my leather hat.
Zinnia will legit do a sleight of hand to not let that.
I don't know where it went, guys.
Let
Why
that-
are you a halfling? I don't know.
I will just give both
Don't worry
of you
about it.
the stingy look and
yes.
let you keep your treasures.
I will give Big Head Ben
Yeah.
the willow goblin picture that I carved off,
Oh, see, that's
Oh,
nice.
okay.
That's a nice
It's very
keepsake.
personal, yeah.
and then hey, it's been a tough road for you, unfortunately sized Ben, but we've taken care of the problem, so there shouldn't be any more shenanigans. Your reputation will be your own.
I'll assume this conversation will go down like in the presence of his mother.
Yes.
And the family, they're all gathered because she's like thanking you. And he's like, oh, thank you so much.
And I took this picture.
I can go back to town now.
Yeah,
Actually
you should
get
be
pie.
able to.
Yeah.
Here you go. You can have this,
Our gift is clearing his name.
and put it on your wall.
Justice for Big Head.
And then Mrs. Cog, I believe we had an arrangement.
We do. We do have an arrangement.
So we went and did exactly as you asked, right?
Plus,
And
some-
then we defended
Mhm.
the inn, right? And a bunch of your elder statesmen are the collective. So I feel,
cleared your boy's name.
feel like that might be worth a bit extra. A little above and beyond. right? If this was a performance metric, we've done exceedingly well.
Yeah. Not just meets expectations.
Yeah, we greatly exceeds.
Yes.
Arguably, we didn't clear the boy's name because we didn't tell anybody that we found a hat of disguise and that the goblin had been doing.
Oh, no, we absolutely did when
Yeah.
we searched the bodies.
Yeah.
This hat right here that I'm wearing, right? That was it.
There wasn't any part of our adventure that Tommy did not drunkenly tell
fair.
everybody
Yeah,
who
that's
had
fair. We'll
ears.
assume in the hours of conversation.
Okay.
And then somebody like probably had the hat on.
And we changed
yeah.
into different,
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
yeah.
It's blurry, but
It was there. I'll remember distinctly.
Tommy's like, was I a teenage girl at some point?
Probably. Would you like me to roll persuasion?
you don't need to.
Okay.
She is extremely thankful, and you did. You went above and beyond, and we are all in your debt. I will definitely see that I extract more money from the collective, especially after the word spreads of your heroics last night. So I will cover the other half of this from my own personal. And so, yeah, she will give you 250 silver instead of the 100.
Okay.
Yes.
Somebody want to mark that down?
I already have plenty of pocket of change, so you guys can just split it however you like.
And rest assured, you will be welcome here if you need anything.
Well, I'll thank you. And we're going to head on our way. It's been a long couple of days, so I'm going to head back to Raven Rock. If you have need of us, obviously you know where to find us.
We will keep you in mind.
All right. And I'll flip my cap. Good day. And I'm guessing we're ready to go.
I think that's it, unless you're going to stop or to see or do anything else around the little town or anything before you go.
Shale was gone, right?
She was, yeah.
So what was her secret?
I cannot tell you. Nope, I cannot tell you.
Are you making people up? Who's
No,
this?
Shale was real.
Shale.
I promise.
Oh, man.
Elf.
That was crazy.
She was an
night.
elf last night.
Trail warden elf.
Very mysterious.
She lives in the Weirwood.
Dodgy with answers.
Weird. Is that WYRD?
Yeah, Weirdwood.
I'll remember it.
Yeah, she was looking because there was changes with the humans, so she was out observing them.
There might be trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean,
Right
it
here in
sounds
River
like
City.
she's been...
Watching us.
Whoa. I mean, she's been looking over this place for decades, it sounds
Right.
like. So
It was a very vague looking for trouble, you know.
Well,
she didn't say
Wow.
anything to suggest,
Big changes coming in the human world.
Yep.
It
Oh.
rhymes with T. That starts with T. That rhymes with P. That stands for pool.
Did you get cursed?
You don't know what she's saying.
What
T
happened to
that
you?
rhymes with P,
P.
that rhymes with
That stands for pool.
tool?
Pool.
No,
Pool.
Like it stands for pool.
I've
Never
seen this
mind.
before. It's fairy madness. Let's move on.
I mean, I am entirely too hungover to do that. I assume we're having this conversation on the road back.
Yes.
Yes,
Got a lot of time to converse.
the road
The road beckons.
beckons, and you make.
I don't want to stop at that one city, the one with the
Rat basement.
beggar wizard and the rat basement. I want to just try to. I'm gonna go classic dad, and we're gonna make this all in one day, and we're only gonna stop once.
You're talking about Pearlman Bibiweather?
Yeah, that. I don't want to deal with
My
his shit.
staff? You can talk to him right now if you'd like.
Nope.
No, remember we leather corded it up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you've got a few little loose ends. Well, you make time. Probably not the fastest possible time, but you do make time. So you can get to Little Falls by dusk, which is the spot you're saying you don't want to stay in. You don't have to go back to that boarding house, though. You could travel. You could just camp in the wilderness.
Do we want to camp outside?
Sure.
Let's do that.
Why don't we want to stay in a nice inn?
I don't want.
I've gotten quite used to
There was
that.
that really good bakery across the street. Remember that?
I do remember that.
That's the one thing I was hoping you wouldn't mention.
Cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls.
You could you could travel like 2 miles south of Little Falls, like go like way out of your way. There's another
trying to avoid Perlman?
Yes, I am. It's
Well,
fine. We can stay at Little Falls.
I mean, you actually don't know where he lives.
Right. He was just there.
Let's just go. And if you see him, you can punch him.
You mean really
That's right. Okay.
for
I'll
a
You
hold
got a
it.
right to pick a little fight.
for a really good croissant, I'll be it'll be worth it.
All right. All right.
Tommy.
I mean, you do remember that Monettle was gonna like banish him from staying at the boarding house.
Oh, that's
After,
right.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, we're great.
If we see him, we just punch him in the face
All right.
Okay.
With his own
with
staff.
Yeah.
Now I've got it figured out. I've got a collection of all of those little potions. Remember, I mixed them all.
Yeah.
I'll just pour that in his drink.
Oh my. That is kind of evil.
I'm not going to do that.
Oh.
That would be
He
terrible.
goes
That
on
sounds
a
like
trip.
a pixie kind of antic.
That is pixie behavior.
That is.
Certainly. And I'm not no pixie. That's for certain.
All right. So you stay the night at the boarding house. You get pastries in the morning. I mean, she's gruff. I mean, I won't say she's pleased to see you, but she's friendly enough as she can be.
She should be
Okay.
ecstatic. We took care
But
of her rat problem.
You see no sign of Perlman Bibwither.
Oh, good.
I camp outside the pastry shop until it's ready.
Until they're open
By
at
the
like
door.
3.
Doing that open. So you spend your hard-earned gold or silver on pastries. I'm not sure how much Trunk is going to liquidate, but I'm assuming you.
Well, I didn't take a cut of our rewards, but I do have 30 silver pennies on me. So I will buy many pastries.
Well, we should use party silver for that.
All right, so you've got like a wicker basket filled with pastries.
How much silver does that cost? I wrote down 250 party silver, so I'll just take it off of that.
It was a number. I guess I don't remember. Like, how much did you want to spend, basically?
20 silver? That's a lot of pastries.
It is.
A lot.
It's worth more than a weapon.
Yeah. 15?
I mean, I have 30 pennies on me. I'm going to clean her out.
Okay.
I had a price list for that place.
You did.
Trunk literally uses money on nothing. So,
Might as well buy pastries.
Okay, I don't know. Just assume you spend. So he's talking about pennies. They weren't that expensive. They were like a couple pennies each, I think, versus
So like a silver.
So you could probably spend like 10 silver and get a lot of pastries.
Okay, so I spent 10 of the party silver.
Okay.
So you can keep your pennies.
Okay.
okay.
And then you get back on the road.
Donuts all day.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that Zinnia doesn't really feel the need for money, but it's like she just likes collecting the money now. It's like how much money can we get?
Oh, sure.
I mean, that's typical Faye anyway.
Yeah.
It's shiny.
Yeah, it's like it's a fun new game.
Trunk has just never needed money in his life, and he has yet to see the change now that he's seen civilization.
So you guys, I'm imagining we're getting back up on the saddle.
Yeah, so you leave early, get back on the road, and then you'll be back at Raven Rock by the end of the day.
So what are you guys doing?
I have no idea.
So you know Umros, the guy that
Yeah,
my
Umros.
teacher, yeah. Well, he when he passed away, he gave me everything, and I found out some things about him. He wasn't exactly letting me know everything that was going on, and I don't know if that was because of the Earth Elders told him not to, or he was trying to keep me safe. But it turns out that he was. You remember that temple we went to, the
Yeah.
Zakad?
Yeah.
He was a follower of him, which is kind of unusual for a man of Tobrus. And he, in his journal, talked about how he was actually in this area talking about a hammer, a great powerful hammer, and he was seeking it. And apparently others were seeking it, and it was going to give great power. And I don't know if that's what Shael was talking about or something else, but I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. I've been sent by the Earth Elders, and I follow their lead, and I have to follow the directions. But I kind of feel like perhaps if this is what Umros was supposed to be doing, that I would take his mantle.
And find a hammer?
I mean, if it was important enough for the Earth Elders to send him here, I think it would be important enough that they keep that going. Otherwise, something bad could happen to this whole area.
Let's find a hammer.
I would need help if you were up for it.
I have nothing else to do right now. Let's find a hammer.
That sounds fun.
I do not know if it has any connection with what Shael muttered about or not, but I mean, I have to admit that the warning that we received from the echo of the hag way back when we first met still is with me every time we crash at night.
That was a bit scary.
This notion that we must beware the shadow. Given the fact that so much of my own search is about the sunlight, the summerlands, and the like. I don't know if I'm overly connected to that or not, but I would say finding some kind of answer to that in my pursuit of the summerlands is my main aspiration.
Perhaps we could come to agreement to help find both. I do know that the Earth Elders and many people, the humans, have been doing their best to stave off the evil near the monoliths. I know that you don't know much about it, but I could explain it to you, and maybe help clear some things up about why I do what I do.
Well, I don't know, but finding a magic hammer sounds fun.
That alone, yes, Zinnia, I believe it.
Well, I'm down for whatever.
If I had a hammer.
I'd hammer all day.
No, I'd hammer in the morning.
You hammer in the evening?
I would hammer in the evening.
Well, we have a lot of this land to cover yet. So.
Sounds like it's going to be hammer time.
Oh.
So by dusk, you make it back to Raven Rock, where we started. And you can each return to your respective homes, go stable your horses, and probably go check in with family members.
Yep. I will do all 3 of those things.
All 3 of those things. I mean, Trunk, I don't know if you just kind of go back to that temple to kind of, I mean, they still seem to have a spot for you. Or maybe.
Not really a building person. I'll find a cozy little tree, sit next to it, look kind of northeast to the direction of the Feywood, and just chill.
Okay. Go find a chill place. Assume Zinnia and Tommy will go check in on Bree, and
Yes.
she is ecstatic that you have returned after your long travels and wants to hear all about it. Tell me, Tommy. Tell me everything you did. Did you save the day?
We sure did. And you're not going to believe this. Your older brother talked to a fish.
What?
Yeah, his name was Salval. He actually turned out to be quite a unique guy.
Oh, tell me all about the fish.
All right. And I'll leave out the part where I intimidated the fish.
It's a fish bully, but
I'll go home and knock on Gilda. Was that her name?
Mm-hmm.
I'll knock on her door and say, thank you for holding the mail, Gilda, and check in with her, making sure she's all right.
Oh, I'm all right. Everything's been well enough. Just quiet. I've checked on your place. You've had a few messages, I think, but
Okay.
it's good to have you back, sir.
That's good to be back, I guess. I mean, I go home. I go find a hungry man in the freezer and put it in the oven. Open a big can of dog food for Corda. And
Nice.
sit down and turn on the tube and fall asleep.
You've got like the Hungry Man XL.
Yep.
The one that has the 4 tenders instead of the 2.
Clean my 1 spoon.
Wow, I just feel sad right now.
It's a little, yeah. This place probably needs to be cleaned.
Yeah.
Oh, that
I'll
is.
get to it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've been traveling all day.
You've got just a chair and a TV.
Yep.
That's the only furniture.
Wait, does he at least have one of those foldable tray tables?
No, just
No?
put it on
No
your lap.
card. Yeah.
Our table.
Oh, wow.
Yep. I might have like a coffee table that I eat off of.
Okay.
That's too short. You've got to like lean over.
It's okay. Sometimes I like being alone with my thoughts.
Okay.
Well,
Trunk in the
And I've
exact
got-
same but totally opposite position.
And I've got Corda.
Quietly praying, waiting for the dawn.
I've got Corda too.
Okay.
Tommy, I don't know if you're gonna talk to report in. your
Yeah.
success.
So when I'm talking to Brina, I'll say, they're talking about going out and getting this magic hammer, Brina.
Oh,
Yeah, but I kind of got, I've been thinking ever since I brought up the mayor thing, like maybe I want to actually try to stay home and make Raven Rock a better place. So I'll say, but I'm thinking I might not do that, Brina. I might stay home.
Tom, what do you mean, Tommy?
Well, I just want to look, we've done a lot of great things, right? But, and I'll be talking mostly to Zinnia at this point. Be like, but when we was in the goblins, right?
Yeah.
And I went up that ledge, you zipping off to help the Nixie
Yeah.
and Unda. Well, when I went up that ledge, right? I get up there and that goblin had me. He had me dead to rights. Like, I thought that was it. And then he steps on a stone a little and his crossbow comes out of line and he gets me in the shoulder. But I wasn't scared. But the only thing I could think of was which one of the three of you was going to have to tell Brina.
Well, I would tell Brina.
Right, well, it'd have to be you, but I couldn't deal with that. And maybe this is the place I belong. If this shadow is coming, I've got to be here to save my family. I've got to be here to save Brina.
Brina, talk some sense into Tommy.
well, it would be nice if he was around a lot.
Oh.
But I mean,
But how will we do all this without you, Tommy?
well, I mean, the three of you are real capable. And you don't have to go, Zinnia. I mean, you've got your friend Brina here and me. We could help out here. You could teach Brina how to be a mage like you wanted to do.
But Tommy, I hate your mom.
I mean, and that's the thing that,
Binds
makes us
us
so good together, right? Well, you don't have to go, though. Like, the three of us could make a go of it.
Well, I already promised Dayrun that I would help him.
Well, I'm sure he'd understand, right? I mean,
No, a fairy keeps her word.
well, I understand. But I got to do this for Brina. I can't not.
Are you going to tell the others?
Yeah, I was thinking I could tell them tomorrow.
Okay.
Just at least give me the night,
Okay.
figure out what I want to do.
Bree, can I sleep here tonight?
You can always sleep here. You just know where you live.
Okay.
And Tommy will go. He'll go sleep at his house.
Okay.
Well, good night, Bree.
Good night, Tommy. Glad you're back safe.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
So it's pretty late in the day. It's like early evening. Do you make any other stops on your way?
If I see Trunk like out by his tree, I might stop. But if not, I'll just go to my house.
He is pretty noticeable.
Yeah. So you know what? I'll probably just go to the house. It's been a long day, and Tommy doesn't know how he feels right now.
Okay, fair enough.
Trunk is kind of in a similar place, sitting quietly in prayer, thinking about the shadow, thinking about the sun, the Summerlands, trying to kind of decide where he's being led.
Okay. Well, it sounds like we've kind of wound everything down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you did a good job. You guys accomplished 2 big quests. You've become heroes in your own right. You've grown in power. You've learned a lot about yourselves and where you came from, and you even have an idea of where you're going to go, which is probably more than what some people can say.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tommy, you go back to your house for the night. You know, it's obviously quiet and dark, and let yourself in. And it's probably equally they're looking around. It's like, hey, we should probably get some cleaning done here too. You get settled in and probably just going to have a nice quiet evening with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
A couple hours pass and you're all enjoying your time. And Tommy, you're a timid knock on the door.
It's probably that guy, that kid. I can't remember his name. Message kid. All right. I'll get up, answer the door.
It is. It's the little kid with the cap where we started, Harry.
Stabs you in the stomach.
Hey, Harry.
Hello, Mr. Tommy. Hello, Tommy.
Thank you. What's up?
Sorry, it's late, sir. I was actually headed home myself, and I got a message for you.
Sure.
It says from the docks, Mr. Woodcock, your
my boss.
boss. I wanted to know if you could come down to the dock real quick. Said it was kind of important.
Okay, sure thing.
Wakes you up to fire you. Rude.
Yeah.
Oh.
Must be a Monday. So I'll give him his silver and
Thank you, sir.
grab my key, lock it behind me, and head up towards the dock.
All right.
I will. I'll take Mama with me though.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
All right. You make your way to the dock, and I mean, the fishery there. I don't know. We haven't really spent a lot of time with the fishery, but it's like a large warehouse style building, and the docks line up in front of it, where all the little fishing boats are moored for the night, and everything seems completely quiet. In fact, by now it's like 9 o'clock. You wouldn't think anybody should be out here, but you do see a couple of figures standing at the end of the second dock there, and it's kind of hard to see who they are, but you figure that must be
Sure.
must be Mr. Woodcock.
I'll call out and approach.
All right, he just kind of one of the figures waves over to you.
Hello.
Because there's like no lights out here. There's no lanterns or anything. So there's the moonlight illuminating the dock and the water, and the water kind of flowing beneath the dock, and it just kind of the boats are lapping up against the docks, and it's peaceful. And he turns, and you recognize the two men, but neither of them are Mr. Woodcock.
Okay.
In fact, it's you're trying to remember his name actually, because they're from the logging camp.
Oh.
Well, you recognize the one, Mylan. He's the one with the nephew that you got the cure for.
Oh, sure.
That you spoke with. But the other one, he's like the guy in charge. You don't remember his name. It's kind of a tall, thin guy. He's wearing a kind of a gray kind of cloak to keep the chill of the night out, and he's got like a big hooked nose. And then he turns and nods to you.
Hey, Marlin, what's this about?
He kind of shrugs. Hey, Tommy. The boss. Sorry for the ruse, but the boss wanted a word from you.
All right, I'm here.
So the other guy turns, looks you up and down. I don't think we've had an opportunity to meet, Mr. Gunderson.
Call me Thomas.
Thomas. I'm Osbert. Word traveled fast when you and your friends got back to town a bit ago.
Yeah, so what do you want with me?
Oh, you and your friends really have been meddling in things. It's causing a bit of inconvenience for some of us.
How are we inconveniencing you?
He kind of looks around. There's a lot going on, Thomas. Big things. We got plans for the future. Progress. And sometimes progress requires just a little bit of chaos to get there. Got to shake things up. Break a few things to build something bigger. Do you know what I mean, Thomas?
I really don't.
We're in the final stretch. We've got just less than a year and a half before, well, let's just say there's going to be big power shifts. Power shifts in the duchy, probably the kingdom itself.
That's big talk for a woodsman.
It is big talk. Yep. And I am just one little cog in a large machine. But I've got a job to do, and you're messing with that job.
I'll definitely got Mama on.
Yeah. You're probably feeling tense.
Well, sorry about your luck.
Yeah, I'm sorry too, Thomas. I know you think you're doing the right thing, and I'm sure some people appreciate it. You can see Mylan's looking uncomfortable, and well, I really almost feel bad about it. And he kind of stretches a little bit. His cloak like opens up, and you see hanging around his neck is on like a leather cord is a withered hand, like a human hand that's like been preserved and withered.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of looks down at it and reaches over and just brushes it, and it glows green. And he looks at you, and you suddenly realize you're go ahead and make 2 d20s and make a will save. I need the lower one.
Lower one is a nat 1.
Oh. You feel your body start to seize up, like all of your joints suddenly get really tense and they lock up as your body goes rigid. You feel your throat kind of constrict a little bit. You can kind of get out a whisper still. And I really hate that things ended for you this way, Thomas. But like I said, we got big things moving. It's going to be a bright future for all of us. But you're not going to be around to see it. But I'm sure this will make sure your friends stay out of danger now. And he kind of motions to Mylan, and he walks over to you and it's like, "Hey, Tommy, I'm really sorry."
I can say something.
You can kind of whisper. You can't yell.
I'll say, "How's your nephew?"
You know what? You did a good deed, and I really, really appreciate it. I'll make sure nothing bad comes to your family.
I mean, I'll nod if I can.
And then he kind of drags you over to the dock where you can see there's a bunch of wine bottles have been like laid out. And then he like grabs one and kind of pours it over your head. Looks like you had a little too much to drink and fell off the dock.
I mean, do I get a will save?
I know you don't. Not from
Okay.
that. And Osbert says, "Well, you take care now." And then Mylan pitches you head first into the cold water.
Do I get a will save?
You don't.
Oh.
This is where Salvel swims by and he's like, "I could help you, but you was mean."
You drift into the dark, kind of trying to fight against it, but your joints just won't work. You see there's like this greenish glow all around you. And as the current kind of catches you, you turn and you can see the moon illuminate up against the sky, just drifting farther and farther as you sink into the Burberry Run, where you've made your life and your home. You feel the water filling your lungs as you fight to breathe, but it's like things just won't work. You can't swim. The thing that you're probably best at.
I think it is actually my highest skill.
You can almost make out the shadows of the dock, and then they're gone. And things go cloudy and then dark as the cool of the night and the water take you. And then it's gone. Darkness.
Oh, Tommy gun.
You really just killed Tommy.
We'll see you guys next season.
Assuming that she does not kill you, Tom.
Yeah, I'm really angry with you right now.
Fade to black.
Okay, goodbye.
Thanks for listening.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays.
And a happy new year.